Little Mouse and the Big Red Apple by A.H. Benjamin and Gwyneth Williamson. Mouse was feeling a bit peckish one day when all of a sudden he came across a big, red, juicy apple. "Just what I fancy!" he cried. "I'll take it home with me and have a feast." Mouse set off towards his little house, rolling the apple over and over. He couldn't wait to get his teeth into the big, red, juicy apple. "Yum, yum!" he thought, when all of a sudden, splash! The apple rolled into a pond. "Oh no!" wailed Mouse. "What am I going to do now?" "Not to worry," said Frog, popping his head out of the water. "I'll help you." Frog kicked the apple hard with his strong back legs. It flew out of the water and, bump, landed on the ground. "There you are," said Frog. He licked his lips and stared at the apple. Thanks," said Mouse, as he began to roll it along the path. He did not want to share the apple with Frog. Mouse went on his way, thinking of the lovely apple dinner he would have later. His mouth was already watering when, crash! The big, red, juicy apple fell into a thorn bush. "Silly me," muttered Mouse, as he tried to rescue his dinner. "Ouch! That hurt!" he cried. "Those prickles are nasty!" "I see you have a problem," said Tortoise, trundling up to Mouse. "Leave it to me." Tortoise didn't have to worry about the sharp prickles. He had his shell to protect him. Without any trouble at all, Tortoise crept under the thorn bush and brought out the big, red, juicy apple. "Problem solved," he said, stroking the apple longingly. "I'm ever so grateful," said Mouse in a hurried voice, as he was off again. He did not want to share his apple with Tortoise. "I'll soon be home and tucking into that big, red, juicy apple," thought Mouse. When, thud! The apple rolled into a log. "That's all I need," sighed Mouse when he saw that the log blocked his path. "How do I get round that?" "Easy," said Mole, popping out of a nearby hole. "I'll dig you a tunnel." And she did. She dug a tunnel that went right under the log. It was just wide enough for Mouse and the apple to go through it. "Always glad to help," said Mole, sniffing at the big, red, juicy apple with her little nose. "It's very kind of you," said Mouse, and he went on his way as fast as he could. He did not want to share the apple with Mole. He rolled the apple over and over until he came to a steep hill. His house was at the very top. Push, push, heave, heave went Mouse, grunting and groaning. Up, up, up he went until he reached the very top. "At last," sighed Mouse happily. "Oh, for that lovely apple meal!" But as Mouse let go, the apple wobbled and then it started to roll down the other side of the hill. It rolled faster and faster, further and further until it came to a stop at the bottom of the hill. Mouse could see it lying there like a big red jewel. "Oh no," he cried. "I shall have to start all over again." Mouse scrabbled down the hill on his little tired feet. Faster and faster he ran. But when he reached the bottom, he found Frog, Mole, and Tortoise had got there first. "How kind of you to send that apple all the way back to us," called out Mole, chomping away on a piece of it. Mouse gave a big, big sigh. "Don't mention it," he said. "Isn't that what friends are for?" Little Mouse and the Big Red Apple by A.H. Benjamin and Gwyneth Williamson. Little Tiger Press, London. All rights reserved by the respective authors.